talking about. All right. Can you guys hear me? All right. Let me hear me. It's looking good. I'm not buffering or anything. Now I gotta go back. I'm gonna go back into Little Red Stream and repost the link to my channel. Give me a second. We're gonna get. Hold on. Should talk amongst yourselves. Actually, I'm gonna tweet this at Red too. I'll also invite Chess and I don't know, maybe some other people. Give me a second. Who else? When? Alright. I'm just gonna DM Red on Twitter. Now, I had such a good time. I lost everybody. Gosh darn it. Okay. Twitter, I do not care that it's Adam Driver's birthday. I don't like him. I don't watch Star Wars. Sarah, I used to be able, but I don't have one anymore. Oh, I got 2 likes. Cool. Oh, we're back up to 8 people watching. Okay. Fun. So I'm gonna go back into Discord and drop me link. No, like I said before, sometimes my computer is great. It's like a new Microsoft Surface, but you know what? I have an idea. Why don't I use headphones? All right, so let's try this. Okay, guys, can you hear me now? How we doing? What do you think? Good? Yay! All right. Yeah, it's a lot smoother. Yep. All right. Cool. All right, so let me. All right, so let's go back to. All right, I'm gonna drop the link in a few other places, and then I'll come back. Up. So hey, Gertie. All right, so I let everyone in Little Red. All right. Yay. All right. So yeah, we'll wait for a few more people, but like, just talk amongst yourselves. Ask me questions. I'm Liz, by the way. So, if you've been in Little Red streams, you know me. I make all the jokes. And this is me. And this is what I look like and stuff. And so we're going to talk about our favorite Minnesotan today. And it's not F. Scott Fitzgerald, unfortunately. He's my favorite Minnesotan. I don't know that many people from Minnesota except for him, KJ, and Jesse. Those are like the only people I know from Minnesota. And the Vikings and stuff like that, but alright, I gotta pull up all my KJ stuff. So, we're back to 8. Okay. Alright, are we still good? Can you guys hear me? Or okay. Alright. So it's 3 o'clock thanks to bullshit. But is this too late for you guys? That's what I was saying earlier. Is this too late for you guys? Because I wanted to come on a little later because all the East Coast streamers stream in the morning. For me, it seems. So I wanted to come a little later. Oh, good. And then and I know Little Red is live now, but to make sure I was not interrupting anyone. So, and I know True Wax was here, was live earlier. So, yeah. So ask me some questions. What do you want to know about me? We can talk as we wait for more people to trickle in. We can talk sports. We can talk Grand Theft Auto or other video games. Or me, if you have questions for me. Whatever you want. Well, wait. And then we'll kind of get into the KJ stuff. I was. This is my first stream, so I kind of wanted to make this video because, well, I've been playing with the idea of making it for a long time. Oh, are we on again? Okay. Yes, no. Oh, it. Okay. Alright, so I think we're. Okay. I'm sorry, guys. This is so embarrassing. I'm not very good at this. This will probably be the first and last live stream I ever do. What do I want to tell you guys about me? Well, I'm Liz. I'm 28 years old. What sets me apart from probably everyone in this community is that I'm unmarried. I don't have any children. and I work a minimum wage job. So that's me. Um, that's who I am. And I also, as it relates to this video, I'm diagnosed professionally with Asperger's syndrome, which is on the autism spectrum. It's high functioning autism. Um, and I've had it since 2004. And I also, the reason is because man, going back down. Okay. So that's my disability, what I wanted to tell you guys. And things I like to do. So I play a lot of Grand Theft Auto. And I like sports. I'm a big sports fan, and you see behind me, I really like old movies and stuff. So that's a poster for the Mark of Zorro. So and so the reason I've been toying with the idea of making this video for a while. I've been toying with the idea of making this video for a while. But everything is changing so much, and with KJ suit, and then we had, all this shit going on. So, it seemed irrelevant to make it. But then I think it was Monday night, she started talking about her son again and using her son for sympathy. And I decided, well, you know what? I'm done. I'm gonna make a video about this, and I'm gonna go for it. I gotta go for it. Alright, so I'm gonna send Red my link again on Twitter. Hey Red, I'm live again. Here's my channel. Drop it in chat. Okay. Alright. Hey, I think we're kinda okay now. Well, actually, I need. Okay, so there's 7 of you. Alright, so just a lot of stuff happened with that, and then so that's why I'm here. And I was a bit nervous about this. I don't know if KJ is going to come after me because I have a small channel. There's only 51 of you last I checked, so I hope she'll come at. I don't know if she'll come after me, but if she does, I don't have much to give her because I work a minimum wage job, and what do you want? A PlayStation? So, yeah. So, yeah. And so a few things that you guys can feel free to ask me about anything else with KJ, like the flag thing or whatever. I don't know much about the Shane Dawson thing or anything like that. I don't know much about the Shane Dawson thing. I don't know about Sanders Kennedy. So I don't know much about that, but So, but you can ask me about the stuff I do know, like the fat thing and her autism claims and her stuff about religion. By the way, I will be talking about that because I am Catholic, and that's something that I care about a lot. So so in this video I'll be talking about her claims about her son having autism and her thoughts about religion. I'm not here to tell parents of special needs kids how to parent. I'm not a parent. So if at any point I cross the line, let me know. I can only talk from the perspective of a child and an adult with special needs. And hey, Lee Mariah! Hey, everybody! Some new people. Awesome. So yeah. So I can only talk from the perspective of a child and an adult with special needs. I can't talk from the perspective of a parent with special needs. So if at any time, for those of you who are parents with special needs, hi, Mrs. Cassandra, please let me know if I overstep my bounds. Do you like Donald Trump? No. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Fuck that guy. And I'm sorry if that upsets you, but I don't. And that's another thing. He's kind of a KJ with special needs people as well. So I don't like him at all. No. I do not like Donald Trump. So, again, if you're a parent of a special needs child, and if you feel at any time I overstep your bounds, or like I cross the line or anything, please call me out. I don't want to mom shame or dad shame, parent shame, whatever. Hi, Go Sleuth. Oh, you might be a troll bot. Oh. I think that's a porn blog. Oh. Why are there porn blogs? KJ voice. So yeah, but please call me out if I do anything wrong or anything. Yeah. So, and also feel free to ask me anything at any time about me or GTA or whatever, sports. I'm not a makeup person. I'm sorry. I know a lot of people, the creators, like to do makeup a lot, but I'm not a makeup person. I'm sorry. And so that's my spiel. So that's going to be my spiel. And that's what I got to say. And so I don't know if I have it in me to do a 2-hour or even a 1-hour stream. Don't worry, speak your truth. You can't do anything wrong. It's your channel. We can just help you go, oh, thank you, Lee Mariah. And we're up to 11 people watching. So, hi, everybody. Don't be afraid to speak and ask me questions like that. This is we're gonna be fun, yeah. But I can't do a 1-hour stream. I can, yeah, and that's too difficult for me. So, but I'm gonna pull up some KJ stuff. Feel free to ask me questions. I'll be looking at chat. as we move along, as my Norman, because in Rugrats, there was like Tommy always used to say, "Oh, everything's back to Norman," and so I just started saying Norman. It just stuck. I just say it now all the time. Miss Cassandra, let me know if you're good. Mrs. Cassandra, let me know if you're good now. I know it keeps buffing. Oh, yay. All right. Woo. All right. We're good. I know. As I explained before, sometimes when I stream other people, my computer is brand new. I've had it for a few months. It's a new Microsoft Surface, but sometimes when I stream other people, it F's up. How do you know about KJ's son? Do you think it's fake autism? Okay. So there was a stream she did a long time ago. And I remember watching it. I swear on my life she made it. But there was a stream she did where she was combating the haters. There's Nico! Whatever. You'll never be Bernie, bitch. Sorry. I love Bernie, and he needs to be protected at all costs. Uh-oh. All right. So there's a stream she did a while ago where she was combating the haters, and she essentially put her son's... Is that cough coronavirus? No. We get tested every day at work. So I'm pretty... well, we get our temperatures taken every day at work, so I think I'm okay. Yeah, my mom coughed a lot. She had sarcoid. I don't know if I have it, but I just tend to cough a lot. So there was a stream she did a while ago, and she basically put her son's medical records on blast. And at one point, she said, and I'm paraphrasing, she said, so the doctor said he's not diagnosed with autism, but he basically has autism. And that was kind of the first red flag for me with her, because if you have autism, you have autism. I mean, like a lot of parents who suspect their kid has autism, well, it's because the kid talks about like Jurassic Park or Star Wars or something like that for 3 days. And I'm like, no, they just have it. They're neurotypical. They just have interests. And so that doesn't mean they have autism. Autism isn't just obsessing over things. It's struggling in social situations. It's struggling. It does seem like she keeps changing it. Yeah, someone said on the Reddit, I think I was reading through an old thread, and if she can assign a disorder to her son that she can exploit for money, he has it. And so that brings me to, I was watching her Mother's Day video, I think from this past Mother's Day, and it was cute. He had a few of the, he doesn't he he says he's physically disabled. He may be. I think he might be physically disabled, and I think he is. But I don't know. She does keep changing it, Mrs. Cassandra, and my child has autism. That's always the first red flag. No, Sarah, I was referring to the way she said, he has autism, but he doesn't. The doctors said he doesn't have autism, but he does. That's what I was referring to. And that didn't make sense to me. Because if you have autism or Asperger's, you check all the boxes. Like me, I obsess over things. I'm very into schedules. Oh, hey, Rayette. Hey, yeah, sorry. It was a struggle getting live here. My computer was a bit slow, but we're okay. Okay, I never thought it was interest in autism. I don't see that happening. I'll be in and out. I have to work, but I'm learning about autism. KJ Original is. I thought Asperger's was no longer a diagnosis. Gertie, I don't read the DSM-5 regularly, like I should, but there's I think it's on the spectrum, but I think people say it goes back and forth from being on the spectrum and being off the spectrum. So I'm not totally sure. You know what? Let's look it up now. There's no shame in that. So let's see what we can find. I know I should know this, but I don't know. I should know about myself, but oh well. All right. So this says from autismsociety.org, there are still many professionals who consider Asperger's disorder a less severe form of autism. In 2013, the DSM-5 replaced autistic disorder, Asperger's disorder, and other pervasive developmental disorders with the umbrella diagnosis of autism spectrum disorder. Okay, so whoever said that, Gertie, I think you might be right here. So let's see. So, and then, so that's that. Let's see, wait a minute. I just don't see how she can get a diagnosis and then not get it when it comes to something like autism, regardless of spectrum position. Why lie about something so important? Yeah, the way he pops up on screen, sometimes, we've seen him, he talks and, stuff like that. I think he might have Asperger's, and she just calls it autism, which, I mean, now we know it is. So, but I usually just call myself Asperger's, and that's what my mom would say I have is Asperger's. So, we've always called it Asperger's. Why we made that distinction, I mean, I don't know. It's not like a pride thing, but we did make a distinction now. And so another thing she doesn't mention is what the site says. the absence of language delays. I can't recall her ever mentioning that her son had a language delay. So I'm not totally sure. If anyone can correct me on that, that'd be cool. And we'll see. So but the main thing I wanted to talk about with her putting her son's records on blast, and I wanted to read to you guys what I found. And I know we're on YouTube streaming, so I can't show you guys other streams, but I'm going to try and find now. Sorry guys, there was an article. She said he had a burst at like 5 and became verbal all of a sudden. I'm not certain of the validity because it's KJ, so it could be all at first. Well, I mean, I was little, but I can't recall my first words or if I ever had a language delay. But I don't know, a sudden burst. I don't know. Maybe he's in, Mrs. Cassandra, maybe he's in speech therapy, and he, honestly, as someone who had speech therapy, he should be, because it can help. I'm confused. Has her son even been shown enough to even contemplate his abilities? Sarah, no. But here's the thing. She says she's not going to talk about him and tells people we're not talking about my son. And then she goes on IG Live and YouTube and puts him on blast to try and get sympathy. And that's another thing. You should not be using disabled children for sympathy. We are not your pawns to use to get sympathy for people. And based on nothing, we think he doesn't have one. I didn't say he doesn't, Gertie. I did not say he doesn't have autism. I said he may. But KJ said in that video, I recall her saying that she may, or the doctors claimed, she said that the doctors say he doesn't have autism, but she says he does. It's hard to say. I didn't say he doesn't. Thank you, Raiderette. He is not her crutch or pawn to turn her situation around and make other people forget what an awful human being she is. Amen. Right there, Raiderette. That's it, right there. We're not your pawns to use in any situation. Language delay does not mean autism. I didn't say that either, Gertie. I said it does. I said it does mean autism. But according to autismsociety.org, Asperger's has a lack of language delays. I said, me personally, I don't recall. I don't remember. I was too young. I don't recall. I don't remember if I had any language delays. That's all I said. That's it. All right. So, main points, we don't know if he has autism, and he may not. I can't offer an opinion because I don't. I think he may be on the spectrum, but high functioning. That's what I think. I'm not sure. Okay, so back to using pawns. My mom, God rest her soul, even when I was young, she would ask me, "Are you okay with this? Are you good with this? Are you, does this make you feel comfortable? Are you okay?" And I usually said yes because I don't really, language delay does not always mean autism. Yeah, there you go. Thank you, Sarah. And I don't, again, I'm not a parent, but I have heard that, there's kids start talking about, "Hey, Sarah M, how you doing? Many children have language delays but are on the spectrum." There you go. Yeah, I've heard that. I'm not a parent, but again, I've heard some kids talk later, blah, blah, walk later, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Kids are different. They're not all clones. It's not like that Fairly Odd Parents episode where everyone's a great blob. All right? So, all right. Sorry, guys. I don't want to get too heated. This is a positive space, and I'm just going to give my thoughts and just answer questions. All right? I'm going to not get heated. All right? So, I don't want drama. Okay. So, and then back to the pawn thing. So, yeah, when my mom, what about Fairly Odd Parents? Yeah, Kat, yeah, there's an episode of Fairly Odd Parents where like all the people are like Timmy wishes for sorry, I tend to draw a lot because of my paralysis. Sorry, guys. There's an episode of Fairly Odd Parents where Timmy wishes for all the for everything to be the same. So they turn everything into gray blobs, and everyone's like normal. And so I was using that as a metaphor for like not all kids are the same. Not all kids are the gray blobs. Like every kid is different. Like all kids talk differently at different ages, all kids walk at different ages and stuff like that. So it was just a metaphor. I make a lot of metaphors, just so you know. So going back to the pawn thing, that's mainly what I wanted to talk about. Katya, I love your last name because in Grand Theft Auto 4, you have to kill a guy named Lenny Petrovic. So I'm not saying I want to kill you. I want to keep you alive. I love you. I love everyone watching. But that's just cool because like Grand Theft Auto 4 is my favorite game. So yeah. So that's awesome. I'm like low key fangirling because of your last name. So back to the pawn thing, I wanted to say my mom always asked me, like, "Are you okay with this? Is this something you'd like to do? Or are you comfortable with this?" KJ, it doesn't seem like asks her son that. I mean, whenever he comes into her studio to say something to her, she kicks him out. And I get parents are busy. Like I get it. Like I was guilty of that too. Like I would always talk to my parents when they were busy and other adults when they were busy. But so, and I get parents are busy. but she's in there all the time. And like, she's doing these things. She's talking about him. She's talking about what about when someone uses their autism as a defense? Is KJ doing that? I don't know. Oh, excuse me. Gertie, are you asking if KJ uses her autism as a defense? Because she's not autistic that I know of. She has ADHD, I think. But I think she is using her son's autism, and if he has it, and his other disabilities as a defense. Why are you confused, Sarah? What's going on? Oh, I don't know. I'm sorry, guys. I tend to repeat myself a lot and change things, so let me know if something's up. That's why there is a spectrum when it comes to autism, because they all... Also, no one asked her to include her child. She shouldn't be including him at all. Yeah, the content she talks about, I think it was... Someone talked about this when the whole super chatting to get her to come say goodnight to him came up. They claim he likes to watch her videos, and I'm like, when I was 8 years old, I didn't know who the Duggars were, you know? Like, that wouldn't interest me. And even if it did interest me, it's not really for kids. I don't know. I like keeping kids innocent as much as possible. Like, because, when you're a kid, you want to have fun. You don't want to care about, like, politics or, like, who's killing who and stuff like that. She has been vocal about hating people putting children on the internet, but when it benefits her, she changed her mind quick, fast, and hurry. Yep. Amen. And, the whole thing with calling the little girl a brat, that's not good. I would take a kid out if I was working. I mean, kick them out seems harsh. I would be like, hey, I'm working. We'll do this a little later. And she has the right to do that. I don't really have a problem with her doing that, but it's a lot that she does it. But back to the asking thing, like, she doesn't really ask his consent before telling people about him. That's what gets me, because my mom would always ask, like, is this something you're okay with doing? So that really confuses me. I get he's only 7 or 8, but 8-year-olds can consent to, not legally, but he can say, hey, Mom, I'm okay with this, I'm not okay with this. So, but what I wanted to say is, like, what we go through is not what we go through, our struggles as special needs people is not your tea to expose to the world. It's not. All right? You're a parent, so you'll have parental struggles, of course. But you don't get to exploit us for This isn't like a freak show, all right? This isn't like, you're not P.T. Barnum, all right? And disclaimer, I love The Greatest Showman. I think it's like an amazing musical, and I love it, but you're not P.T. Barnum. You don't get to put us on display for the world. That doesn't happen anymore. All right? So that doesn't happen. And what he goes through, what I go through, is not for you to tell the world. It's between, you're his parent, yes, but 137,000 people are not his parent. Hey, Christopher! The Icelandic horse! What's up? What's going on? Gertie can comment. I mean, she's just asking questions. It's okay. I actually kind of like being called out because, like, I lose my train of thought and then I get, like, sidetracked and then I start talking about other stuff and blah, blah, blah. And so it gets me back on track. So, hey, that Amber chick, what's going on? Yay, people from Red Stream are coming. Cool. So what do you think about her situation with this lawsuit? Okay, so the lawsuit, I can't talk about like the legal stuff just because I'm a loser with Asperger's who works a minimum wage job. So I know nothing about the legal system. The only run-in with the law I've ever had is I got a ticket one time because I forgot to renew my trolley pass, so I had to pay $192. So that's the only run-in with the law I've ever had. So I'm not going to talk about like the specific stuff. Shameless plug though, I know you guys are just opinions. Yeah, thanks, Laterette. So what did I say? Say hi. Katie said Vaughn doesn't have autism. She said she thought it was years ago, but others she said my son's first day at kindergarten. Okay. So I'm glad Jay pointed that out to me. I will have to watch that. Okay. Oh, okay. All right, Jay. I'll still have to watch that video and see what's up with that. I'll have to watch that. Actually, we can play it now, and if it's there, I'll try and find it. But so the lawsuit, I know her name is Tati, but I call her Taco just because tacos. And I don't really follow any of the beauty people. Actually, I don't follow any beauty people because I'm a tomboy that plays video games. So with the lawsuit, how she's handling the time after she showed, well, I think she should shut up. Is what she should do. Yeah, like if I said this on Reddit too, and I think I said it on Discord, but if I think I might have anxiety because I get so nervous. I love tacos and video games too. Amber. She gets impulsive because of ADHD. Well, good. See, that's good. That's like what we need to do as mentally ill people is kind of, because I'll be honest, and I apologize to any parents of special autistic kids, but I was a brat. I was a horrible child. I melted down so much. My poor mom. But we learn and we grow. I'm trying not to tantrum as much, but we're learning and growing. So that's what we need to do, and I'm glad she's doing that. Yeah, she's actually trying to be. Gotta give her that. Yeah, she's still a bad human. So, sorry, I'm not crying, you guys. My eye tears a lot because, like, my eye is, I'm blind in this eye, and I'm deaf in my right ear as well. So, my eye kind of tears a bit. So, I'm not crying. So, with the lawsuit, if I were, like, I may have anxiety because of this, but I haven't been diagnosed. But if I got sued for $5 million, aka money I don't even have, I'd be like, my floor is right over there. I'd be on the floor, like, crying. I'd throw up like 1,000 times. I would be scared shitless. Like, I don't know. She has ADHD, but it's like, I don't know how, like, non-anxious people do it. That would be the normal, yeah. Like, I don't know how, like, neurotypical people, and in her case, ADHD people do it. Like, I get nervous, like, when I have a talk with my boss about something. That's not even that serious. Like, I don't know how she does it. It's like, I'm jealous, kinda, because I wish I could be like, whoa, like, yeah, like, all you guys would be nervous. So it's like, what the hell? Like, how are you able to live? How are you able? I can't even eat when I'm scared about something. It's like, what the heck? Oh, by the way, you see my shirt? Sorry, I noticed the letters were peeking out, so I decided to show you. It's all the boroughs in Grand Theft Auto 4. So, yeah, it's like my favorite shirt. So, yeah, I mean, how, dude? I don't even know. But, yeah. So, with the lawsuit, yeah, I can't wait till, like, December to see, because, oh man, December is going to be so action-packed, you guys. We got the Electoral College. Oh, yeah, I saw that Mrs. Cassandra Gavin Newsom put, it was like 10 o'clock to 5 o'clock, 10 p.m., 5 a.m., right? And all the, in my volunteer job, I'm a sports reporter for a local magazine, and all the high school football guys I follow on Twitter are pissed because the season was supposed to start, I think training was supposed to start in December, but I don't know if that's going to happen now that we're back in purple tier. So who knows if that's going to happen or not. So I didn't even bother. I have to get a pass for CIF to cover games and stuff, but I didn't even bother renewing it this year because it's just been a clusterfuck. Yeah, he's essential. I'm essential too. I work in a grocery store, and, like, it's a miracle that I haven't gotten it yet. I get, like, sore throats and stuff occasionally, but the biggest disease in the world I don't get. I mean, good logic, but logic is weird. So, sorry, that was no, you're good. I like distractions. If anyone has a question for me, GTA or anything like that, the Discord has voted. We want Raider Reds to first mod. Yeah, I need to do mods. I don't know how to do them though. So let me know. Oh, do I just click on their name? Put user in? No, I don't wanna. Oh, add moderator. Duh. Woo! I made you a moderator, Ed. Alright. If you want to be a mod, let me know. So, and you know what? This is now that I actually figured this shit out. This is fun. So let's do Snapchat. Congrats to the first mod. Woo! Yeah, this is pretty fun. So let me know. I'll do like NOLA Girl. Woo! I love New Orleans. My brother used to live there. It's awesome. Now he's in Virginia. But yeah, like now that I'm like I figured this shit out, I can stream. I can do any stream. Like if you want to do a me stream, if you want to talk Grand Theft Auto or video games. Wikis! Yeah! All the people from Discord are here. Or most everyone. Cool! But yeah, let me know like what kinds of streams you guys want. And I'll do them. It doesn't have to be all KJ. Oh, and we're on now. Cool. All the Discord babies in here. Yep. So what should we talk about with the autism and stuff? What games are you playing? Well, okay, so during football and basketball season, I always play NCAA football and basketball because my Asperger's like gives me a lot of time to think up like pretend scenarios in my head. That's another thing about us. And I edit the players in NCAA basketball and football because of how the NCAA rules and stuff, you get when you start a season, you get like quarterback number 12, like the names for the players are like quarterback number 12 or halfback number 34 or some stupid shit like that. So yeah, that's how I yes, yay, I'm not alone. Yeah, so like it's cool because you can go in and edit all the so I edit all the players and then I just play a game. So it's like they have a dynasty mode, so I always play dynasty and go along with the years and stuff. But when sports are out of the season, that's when I play GTA and stuff. And I try the game too, like on work nights. I try to play GTA then, because games take forever. Football games, at least. Basketball games are pretty short. So, yeah. So, kind of going back to KJ and autism, I don't know. I really hope that she's asking him for his consent before she shares this stuff. Because, yes, she's his parent. And honestly, I said I wasn't going to tell people how to parent, but like, how to parent special needs kids. But like, my mom, yeah, she called me out when I was being a bitch, but she supported me 100%. And I'm not going to cry because my mom has passed away. She died 3 years ago from breast cancer. So, yeah, it still hurts to talk about. Usually I can talk about her fine, but I think it's good that she hasn't had him on camera yet, right? That's better than, yeah, I agree. Oh, thank you, Kai. Kai, you can call me Liz. It's so awkward being called Roman. Huh? No offense. That's what you guys know me as, but no offense to Roman either. I love Roman. It's so funny because when I first started playing GTA 4, I didn't like Nico. I thought he was too whiny, and his accent was annoying. But now I love him. So, Bilbo McBaggins, hi. I tried to read Lord of the Rings like 5 times, but those books are so long. Like, I don't even like good books. Like, I tried reading The Hobbit, and it's a good book, but I can't. It's too long. I used to be such a reader back in the day. I don't know what happened. Video games happened. That's why. Kai, don't worry about it. You only knew me as Roman, so you're good. LOL, if only you were a Raiders fan, even though they love Cal. Okay, I live in San Diego, and I told you about this Raiderette, I think, but like Raiders, I never went to the Chargers games because I'm a Patriots fan, but Raiders fans were scary. Like, at least Vikings fans, when they dress up, like, they wear, like, cute headdresses and stuff like that. Raiders fans are just, like, weird goth football fans. It's creepy. And of course, this was San Diego, where everyone's a fair weather fan. So, like, they outnumbered all the Raiders fans, outnumbered the Chargers fans. Pirates only Gothic. Yeah. Yeah. I like being a Patriots fan. We have cute costumes, like Minutemen and stuff like that. So yeah, kind of going back to KJ though. If anyone has questions, go ahead and ask. But I just hope she's asking his consent. That's all he says. And then Jay said that KJ admitted he doesn't have autism. Like, how long do you plan to stream tonight? Just say, I don't know, Raiderette. I don't know if I have the talk. I don't know if I can talk for 2 hours. Like, I don't. Yeah, I like how much dead air I have. Like, I don't know, but we'll see. We'll see. Because I want to talk about the autism stuff, and then I want to move into her comments on religion. So we'll see what happens. All right. So then do an hour or so. Yeah, we'll try that. So yeah, with the autism thing, I just hope she's asking his consent. That's it. And if she's lying about him having autism, that's not okay. Because I don't know why people lie about. It's like weird because parents want their kids to have autism so bad, but at the same time they don't. And I'm gonna find the article where she talks about why I'm bitter and jealous as a special needs mom, and find it. I replied to Llama, and this is all credit to Llama Girl on Twitter. Let us find. We're close right here. Go ahead and talk amongst yourselves, like Little Red says, and ask me questions. Hold on, I found it. But I tried. Note though, I just searched for it on Google just now, and there's a bunch of articles about it, and about being bitter and jealous that your kid has special needs, and it's like, why? Like, I get it. You want a healthy child. And again, I'm not pretending to know what parents of special needs kids go through, but, and I get we're hard to raise. I get it. We're not the easiest people to raise. I get it. But my mom never felt ashamed of having me. She never felt ashamed of me. She always said, "You'll always be my little girl." She always said, "I'm proud of you." Even though I didn't think so at the time, but I know she did. She would always say, "I'm proud of you. I would never put you in like an institution or something." She always made me feel valued. Like, I get where the bitterness comes from and the jealousy comes from, but don't you think we feel bitter and jealous? Like, I don't know, like, sorry. I don't know. I'm sorry. But it's like, every time I look around and on TV and out in public and stuff like that, it, like, I was like, why can't I be like that? What happened to me? And then I start thinking, like, blaming my mom, blaming God, and then it's like I get bitter and jealous. And I love you guys, don't get me wrong. You're all perfect and beautiful. But, and it's hard to, and that's a little bit of why I don't go on Facebook anymore, because all my friends from, even like from elementary school and stuff, are all married with kids. Here's me with no one because of how I look. And then I get bitter and jealous. I'm not saying parents can't feel that, but it's like, it's worse for us. No, I don't want to say no. I don't want to say that. No. But we feel that too. And I don't know. And what we know about KJ and like her making it all about herself, like, how do you think her son feels? Like, when he may not feel anything now, like, as kids we're all innocent and stuff like that. Like, as a kid, I knew I was different. Thank you guys. And as a kid, like, as a kid, like, I knew I was different, but I still had fun. When I got into high school and middle and high school, it started really becoming apparent to me that I was really different. And sorry, I know I'm like KJ with all the touching, but yeah, and it, like, how do you think when it's not apparent to her son? I don't want to use his name. I know his name, but I don't want to use it just for his privacy. It may not be apparent to him now, but when he gets to middle and high school, it's gonna be, and college and adult life. I'm sorry. It's just gonna be in his face. And I don't think she's preparing him for that. Nothing. Stuff takes time. Okay. Yeah. All right. I don't think. Sorry, I'll try and calm down. Sorry, I was not planning on crying. Like, I thought I would cry about my mom. I didn't think I would cry about this, but I don't think she's kind of doing enough to prepare him. He probably knows she's different from most kids, but I don't think she's preparing him, like, for what he'll experience, like, schoolwork wise and, like, friend wise and stuff. My mom and I would have all these thoughts all the time, because not only am I physically disabled, I'm mentally disabled, and I'm female. So that's like 3 double whammies. And, well, I guess this can be considered a double whammy too. I'm religious, and that's like, we live in a secular society, so yeah. But I was still a loner in high school and stuff, but I felt prepared. Like, I kind of knew that was going to happen. Her son, I don't think she's saying to him, okay, like, these kids are going to be vicious to you. I mean, they're vicious to any kids, especially in middle school, right? Because middle school kids think they're hot shit, and, like, because they're not in elementary school. My mom always used to say, like, every year, she would warn me, like, oh, don't, look out for these kids, because they think they're cool 7th graders, or they're, so, yeah, that's my thing. I don't think he knows what is going to be out there for him. And Raiderette's right. We can send in prayers for strength and understanding. And I agree with that. So I just hope he's getting exposure to the real world and knows what people are like, knows what kids are like. So that's what I'm hoping for him. So, yeah, that's kind of what I want to say. So about this article, it's so funny because, like, right off the bat, like, right in the very title, the title is literally "Why I'm Bitter and Jealous as a Special Needs Mom." Okay, so I gotta laugh at that because, like, right off the bat, it's like, okay, that tells you, as like someone who writes, I know your title has to be, like, interesting, but it doesn't have to make you look like a shitty human being, even though everyone already knows that. Like, that title is like, you're the kicker, and you weigh, like, on the shittiest team on the NFL, and you weigh like 20 pounds, and you kick it to the 1-yard line, and the returner takes it 99 yards back for a touchdown on the first play of the game. That's how shitty that title is. Like, shut up, Liz. Okay, let's read. I've been digging around with Streamlabs, or something that shows you different streams. We can't keep giving her more credit than she's due. Yeah. So I've been digging around with Streamlabs, in order to get a new, or be able to show you guys different streams, but it didn't work. So I'm gonna just read to you guys, and honestly, who would you rather look at, me or KJ? Think, all right. So let's read a little. Okay. So she says, I've never really fit in with other moms, and I've struggled to connect with others in regards to the daily struggles I face with my son. So every mom is different, right? But my mom never had issues making friends because of me. We weren't some untouchable family because of me. So every mom's different, and maybe the area where she lives is not accepting of special needs kids, but there's so many support groups for moms and parents of special needs kids. I think she was in a few, on Facebook or something. Your mom was in KJ. We're talking about terrible. Yes, thank you, Raiderette. Thank you for reminding me. Sorry. I keep forgetting that. Your mom was a great woman. She was. So, I'm not gonna cry again. Raiderette, you're not gonna make me cry again. But yeah. So, I have to keep remembering that so I won't, make comparisons. Okay. So, if I am truthful, she says, if I am truthful, my emotions on a daily basis have a wide range of happiness to complete and total hopelessness. Okay, that I can understand. Sometimes my mom would get frustrated with me, and she would feel hopeless. That I get. She has from what I've seen, she has a lot of normal experiences for a mom with special needs. All right, so that I can give her credit for. All right. So then she says this. As a mother, I assume that many moms are also very wrapped up in their lives of their children, but for me, I feel like it's not just wrapped up in his life, but instead wrapped up in whether he will live another day. That's fair. And I find that, and then she says, then I reflect on the surgeries and all the measures we take on a daily basis to ensure he lives another day, and I feel drained. Okay, normal, fair. I feel sad that he's been given a very raw deal in this thing called life. Okay, right there, good parenting. Good, it's because, we all feel that way. Special needs, the parent, the child, we all feel that way. Good. Yes, I feel I just had a 10-minute cry session about it. I do feel like I've been given a raw deal at life. I do. Yes, normal feelings, Raiderette. Good. And then she says, and I find that my anger about his illness permeates all aspects of my life. Okay. I think when she moves, what she just said about the sadness is right. I mean, everyone feels sad. Everyone feels like they've been given a raw deal in life, special needs or not. But when she starts talking about anger and having resentment and the whole hating Mother's Day and his birthday thing. That's when I kind of think she takes his feelings and applies it to her. Parents can feel angry, about their child, but having special needs. But I think from what we've seen of KJ, and remember when she did the live stream with Amy Duggar, whatever. I don't watch the Duggars. And hi, Claire! Woo! Little Reds people. Woo! That's when she goes from a normal person like you and me or anyone else in my. Yep. Reminds us she's KJ. Yep. So, like, when she was doing that live stream with Amy and her baby, remember that Little Red plays it all the time. Remember that look she had on her face? I'm in everybody, people. Yep, me too, Claire. That look, that disgusted look she had on her face, that's and I was like, why is she so grossed out by this? And Little Red's like, well, or Dottie or someone said, well, because she wants a healthy, normal baby. And I was like, oh, that made sense. So I'm like, it's okay. Like, I'm sure deep down my parents wish they had a normal kid. Like, my brother and my sister are neurotypical and normal, but I'm not. And I'm sure deep down my mom and dad wished for that. But they never told me. They never would, like, put their feelings on blast about me. Like, always, I was always reassured that I was loved, I was valued, I was a member of the family. And KJ, if she was in Vegas, right, and she had she was playing 21 and she had a shit ton of chips, like, and she had like a full house. She held a full house in her hand. She would be looking around at everyone at the table like, I got a full house. Look at me. I'm gonna win and take all your money. Because she doesn't have a good poker face at all. Like, she puts her feelings like on blast about her son, about like everyone. So whenever like someone is on screen with like a normal healthy baby and even like a normal family, she gets this like disgusted look on her face. And yeah, it's like it's like a weird cross between those bitches and why can't my life be like that? Like, yeah, it's, I don't know. That's her issue with the Duggars. Yeah. Okay, and I said this on Discord last night, but, and the religious people, that was something, yeah. And I said this on Discord last night, but we know fundies are like 90% of the time they're like homophobic Trump supporters, but like fundamental people like the Plass and the Duggars and stuff, they're virtually harmless. Like, unless they're, stopping a gay couple from getting married or like Bible thumping in the streets or whatever, they kind of just chill on their farm, right? And live their life. I'm sorry, guys. If you're new, sorry, I tend to drool a lot, especially when I'm excited. It's my facial paralysis, so I'm sorry. Yeah. But I think she thinks when she pictures a Fundy, I think she pictures the Westboro Baptist Church. And like we'll get into the religion portion later, but that's who I think she pictures. Like someone like the Westboro Baptist Church or Fundies are not home. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, that was a bad choice of words. I don't know how to say it. They're not harmless, but I don't know how to say it. They are harmful to, gay people and stuff like that. I don't know how to say it. But yeah, their views are harmful. Yes. How do I explain this? Someone help me out. Like, their views are harmful, but I don't know. I'm a gamer, so when I picture a gamer, or when I picture a Fundy, I picture, like, in GTA 4, the preacher that's always outside of the apartment outside of your safe house in Bohan, preaching about, you will die, and fire and brimstone and stuff like that. That's what I picture. Yeah, I don't know. How do I say this? Like, this is hard to say. This is hard to put into words. Their views are harmless. Yeah, their views are extremely harmless, and they make us as Catholics and, even like religious people who aren't even Christian, like Jewish people or, Muslims and stuff like that, they make all religious people look bad and they're harmful. Their views are harmful. But KJ, all I know is that they were coming in sexual amusement. Yeah, and the Duggars are bad, especially the stuff with Josh. And I don't watch the Duggars, but I know about Josh's thing with abusing his sister, which is not good. That's disgusting. 1.5 hours so far. I'm not tired. Don't worry. I had coffee. I bought Starbucks with I use a Keurig, and I bought Starbucks coffee that has 2 times as much caffeine, so I'm like wide awake. I'm good. But yeah, I want to play video games, so I'm gonna like run through this. Many fundies they are correct, and I'm not defending fundies. I'm not. I don't like fundies at all. Your mom will let you have coffee? Evil. And just kidding. My mom wouldn't let me drink coffee either until I became an adult. And kids shouldn't be drinking coffee anyway. Makes them too hyper. But yeah, fundies are bad. I'm not saying fundies are good, but I think the way KJ is like mocha peppermint and Dunkin' Donuts. I hate you right now. I miss Dunkin' Donuts. There's actually Dunkin' Donuts by me and a few towns over, but I have to take the trolley and the bus and not dealing with that. especially because of COVID. So I think, and I know I'm Catholic, so Catholics like have lots of babies, but I don't want a lot of babies. I want like 3. And I don't agree with the Duggars having like 2,000 kids. But oh my God, can you imagine if you're a mom? Can you imagine having 2,000 kids? Damn, son, that would be crazy. Sorry, but like I think the way KJ goes after them, like, oh, they had a baby, oh, they got engaged, like. Normal families do that too. You did that. So that's what I mean when, like, puppies are good. Yeah. I want kids someday, but like when I'm actually stable. Yeah, so that's what I mean when I say like their day-to-day mundane life is harmless. Their views are harmful. I 100% agree. But yeah, like KJ hates on stuff like, oh, they got a baby, oh, they got engaged. Like she, like later said, she doesn't like their normal family life. Yeah, they're married at 19 and start popping babies out yearly. Yeah, that's wild. Like I couldn't. Like I want to be pregnant, but like I don't. I need like at least 2 years to drink again, cause I like alcohol too much. So anything, there you go. Radiohead put it into words. The way she talks about them though is ridiculous. Anything that is normal is bad to her, but that's when she tries to be like, yep, okay. Radiohead, that's why you're a mod, because you're my voice. When I can't put a complete thought together, that's what that like I'm gonna rely on you. That's why you're a mod. Thank you. So yeah, Gertie, we're not saying the Duggars are normal. Cause they aren't. Like who? I can't even think of a non-religious family that has 19 kids. But it's the way KJ talks about normal milestones. Like, oh, are they real, the Duggars? Well, it's hard to believe. But, I mean, as far as the family unit itself, and yeah, as far as the family unit, they're, like, KJ talks about, like, normal milestones for them. Like having babies or, like, getting engaged. And that's normal stuff. Every family does that. It's not like, well, they are kind of like the Westboro. Well, no, they're not the Westboro Baptist Church. The WBC is like out there, just proselytizing, They're so bad that I remember I was sitting at the kitchen table once we were eating dinner, and I brought them up for some reason. And my mom, I remember she looked at me with a stern look on her face and said, "We don't mention that name in this house." That's what my mom was a devout Catholic, as am I, for like the 10th time, I know. But even she, well, I shouldn't say even, because most Catholics denounce the WBC. Even she didn't want me talking about them. And they came to my high school once. It was actually, it wasn't that, well, not that bad, as in I didn't have to run into them constantly, but like my mom and I would drive to school. So, because my mom worked in my high school, so we came to school and we're at the light about to turn into the school, and all the WBC people are on the other side protesting. And like, I don't know why they go to high schools. Like, what? It's a school. Like, I don't know. So anyway, let's keep reading and see what she says. You know what? Give me 1 second. I'm gonna go turn I Die If My Mom Went to My School. Sometimes, like, it was nice because I didn't have to have a locker. I could just leave, like, between classes. I could drop off my books and stuff at her desk, so I didn't have to carry a huge backpack around. But other times it was kind of embarrassing. And she didn't like hanging around for me because I was in band. I was in drumline not on the drumline, but in the pit, that plays the marimbas and stuff. But we were still considered the drumline. And I think it was like every Thursday we had like drumline practice. And so she goes, you have every Thursday or whenever it was, she goes, oh, you have a drumline today, right? And I go, yeah. And she's like, I have to hang around. And I'm like, well, you keep me waiting after 2 hours after school anyway. So what's your problem? Gertie, I did. I was only in band for my freshman year of high school, but I played like auxiliary percussion, which is like the cymbals and the gong and stuff like that. So give me 1 second, guys. It's getting a little dark, so I'm gonna turn the light on. Hold on. Okay. Ooh, I like this with my computer. It's like a funky, it's like funky. I like this with the light and yeah, that's cool. So yeah, I played like gone and stuff like that. I won my sophomore year, going into my sophomore year. I wanted to challenge, and I regret this every single day, but I wanted to challenge myself and play bells. So it's like it looks like a marimba, but it's like a tiny thing with bells, and you hit the mallets and the bells. I wanted to try those, and I was doing okay. But then I hit a snag, and it got really hard for me, and I couldn't do it. So I quit the band, and I regret it so much, and it just sucks. Because I feel like if I kept going, I would have made bass line and drum line, and yeah. And then, so, and I kind of wanted to touch on that and KJ's son too, because if he's like completely has no walking ability or anything, then no, he shouldn't be doing sports or anything like that. But I think, and I really, really hope he's gonna do this, but when he gets to be like getting into, seeing what clubs there are at school and stuff like that, I really hope she encourages him to go for it, because that's another way to expose him to the real world. Because I will say that as a parent, your job is to support especially any parent, but as a special needs parent especially, your job is to support your child no matter what. And I'm not saying like he's if he can't, he's got to play football or anything, because if he can't play football, then he probably shouldn't be playing football. But if he wants to be like in a club or like play, if he can play sports, let him go out for sports. Expose him. And that's also how he makes friends. I really hope he has friends. And she's allowing him to make friends, because when you have a disability, friends are everything, especially neurotypical friends, because that kind of lets us know, especially if we're mentally ill, that lets us know, hey, people like me. I'm likable. That's good. So I hope she's letting him go out, make friends and try new things. That's all I can hope for him. I just want her to let him try stuff, So, speaking of KJ, let's keep reading and see what she says. All right, so here she says, on the hard days, and there are many, my feelings and thoughts go to places that I hate to admit. Okay, so credit, like Raiderette said, credit where credit's due. She says she hates admitting these things. Credit where credit's due. And then she says, I find myself having, but here's where it's confusing. I find myself having thoughts of anger, jealousy, and resentment toward parents and children that are healthy. His health is so complex, and I feel totally cheated of a healthy child. Okay, but let's keep reading. I feel bad he has to walk this very difficult road, and I'm angry that he has had to suffer so incredibly much in a short amount of time. These are the days it is the hardest for me to listen to parents of healthy children complain or vent about their emergencies with their children. Okay, so I'm not going to talk about this because I know, like, this is like a huge drama issue in the parenting world. Like, parents one-upping each other about their kids. So I'm not going to talk about it because I'm not a parent. But I will say it does kind of sound like back to what I was talking about earlier. She's taking his feelings and making them hers. He feels anger. He might be too young to, but I'm sure is going to feel anger and resentment at being born this way. Like I said, sometimes I get angry at God, angry at my mom, and angry at the world. But it's always all about KJ. Like, yeah, it's like a projection. Would this be projection? I don't know if I'm using the right word there, but it's like a weird form of projection. I'm sure she does have, I'm sure, like I said, I'm sure my mom has some resentment, and my two other kids are normal. Why can't my third kid be this way? But like Raiderette says, based on what we know about her, it seems like it's a really weird form of projection where he's feeling this resentment, and I'm sure he's like, well, why doesn't my mom, hey, now, spend all her time in front of a computer constantly and not with me. I'm sure he's thinking that. I think she's taking that and making it her anger about him being born disabled, if that makes sense. So I don't know, it's like a weird projection there. But here's the thing. This is where I think she's talking about other parents here. She says, on my tough days, I find myself rolling my eyes, muttering under my breath, and feeling complete detest for their complaints. I listen as they talk about bumps, bruises, 2-hour trips to the ER, ear infection, strep throat, and I wonder if they realize how incredibly lucky they are that this is what is hard in their lives. The anger builds up in my chest, and I think about the month-long stays at the hospital, the sea of doctors, the cabinet full of medicine I have to keep my son alive. My thoughts then move to the surgeries and the recoveries I've had to travel with my son. I was with all my might that the only thing I had to complain about was an ear infection that took 2 rounds of antibiotics, but a broken bone. Disabled people. Sorry, I dropped my earbuds so incredulously. Disabled people get that too. I used to get ear infections all the time. I get sore throats occasionally, and I used to get them all the time when I was little. Like, just because disability doesn't mean you get some magic exemption from the health of a normal it doesn't mean you get some magic get out of jail free card from a normal person's health. I wish I didn't have to get a period every month, but I do. Because I'm a woman and that's what we go through. So I'm sure I've broken bones. I fractured my foot. Like, it's not some exemption. I'm sure he's had those issues, those like sickness too, and broken bones too. Like, he's lucky if he hasn't, but that happens to everyone, disabled or not. And like, my mom was able to, and I know Raiderette, I'm sorry, I keep bringing up my mom because she's normal and not KJ, but like she always listens to parents, like, and she would even ask how their kids are doing, and they're neurotypical. Like, I don't know. Shut up, Liz. Let's keep reading. All right. So, I wonder to myself if they have any idea how minor these experiences are in the grand scheme of life. Oh, okay. The weird thing is, and I said this on Reddit, if self-awareness were a guy and he was dating KJ, he would have like the bluest balls ever because she gets so close to being self-aware and like realizing stuff, but she just blows it every time. It's like, dude, and things like a sickness and like a sore throat and stuff are minor. She's right about that. They are minor. In the grand scheme of things, if your son is disabled, and I'm sure he is, they are minor. And like even stuff I go through is minor. Everything is minor compared to like someone dying or someone getting cancer or like the Black Lives Matter movement or like anything. Your first world problems are always going to be minor, but where you miss the point is with the one-upping parents of neurotypical kids, they have a right to talk about their kids too and their problems too. LOL liberals, huh? They have a right to talk about their kids too and what their kids are going through too. So everyone's got a right to talk about their kids. Everyone's got a right to brag about their kids. And I know, I'm sorry. I know I said I wasn't going to talk about parenting and because I'm not a parent, but like, it's like every kid has problems. Every adult has problems. Like, you should be, like, everyone, in my opinion, like, everyone should be listening to each other. That's it. Like, just listen to each other. All right, but here's kind of, let's see. Where did I leave off? Finder myself. And this is kind of what Little Red always points out on her streams. She goes, and I find myself further withdrawing from the world around me. Wonder why. So, let's see. Here, okay, the honest to God truth is it has destroyed my ability to have empathy for anyone. Ugh. But you call yourself an empath. What the heck? Okay, remember at the beginning of the article when I said, like, the title is a 99-yard kickoff return for a touchdown on the first play of the game? This bitch is like a quarterback throwing pick sixes on every down. This is what this article is. This is the journalism form of a pick six. Like, I'm just gonna link it in chat so y'all can read it. But like, to dig the grave deeper, it's like you want to call Trevor Phillips so he can dig you a grave. Alright. So here she goes. I used to be a person that could relate and sympathize with any of my friends. On most days, I had no trouble dropping what I was doing to be there to listen and to help them through their darkest days. After 5 years of raising my son, my empathy tank is utterly devoid of gas. Okay. And it's sputtering and stalled out on a dusty, deserted road. I have nothing left in me to be there for anyone, even myself. Okay. About to crack up in the cold one. Nice, Gertie. Okay. Like I said before, my mom had some days when she was tired of me and stuff like that. But, like she always, no matter how tired she was of me, she always, like, was there for me. And she was always, like, she always had other people, or like, she always went to her job and was there for other people and had empathy for other people. That one person, disabled or not, can't make you do that. I mean, I know it's not, I'm not a parent, but it's like, yes, you get stressed out with your kids, but it's like they can't make you devoid of feelings. I just don't, I've never heard that. And I get it's like, sometimes like you're overworked or but sorry, I know I said I was going to talk about parenting, so let's keep going. What else? No point. What else? And here she says it's not a competition of who has the most difficult life, but you just made it a competition. You just admitted that you compete with other moms to you just admitted that you don't. Shut up, Liz. Okay. So this paragraph, my perspective of raising my son, blah blah blah. It's like she's trying to save face, kinda like she dug her grave 6 feet, and she's trying to slowly crawl out, but she keeps falling. It's like if Brad in GTA 5, or actually Michael, if Michael in GTA 5 were because he faked his death. So let's say Dave and the FIB buried him, and he's slowly trying to climb out, but then he just falls. That's what she's doing right now. But unlike Michael, she doesn't get out. All right. So staying positive is not easy for me to do. Yeah, you think. Let's see. Now we'll get into the religion part. You know what? I think I'm gonna do it. I know 2 hours. I think I'm gonna do the religion part in a different video, maybe Saturday, since I have church on Saturday, which is cool. So I'm thinking, and it's almost 5 o'clock here, but I'm thinking I'll do that Saturday. But here she says, here's a few things what I learned with help from my therapist and my pastor. What? Didn't she say she was an atheist? What? I mean, I get this was 3 years ago and views can change, but I don't know. I don't know. Well, I mean, but here's the thing, she just did that live a few weeks ago where she's talking shit about astrology and stuff like that. And then 3 years ago she has a pastor. We're not talking about this or this. We're talking about this. But I think okay, Gertie, I'm a Sagittarius. Later my phone fucking sucks. And it's okay, I shouldn't say that because it's my mom's old phone. I got it when she passed. It's a nice iPhone 6S, but it has crappy storage, and I can't download anything else because it's only 16 gigs. I want a new phone for my birthday, which is a week from Sunday. So I'm gonna try, or like I'm gonna try and when I get a new phone, play on the computer through Steam. I don't have a Steam account. Shite. All right, because you know what? I really want to look into Steam anyway, because I really want to play GTA 4 on PC. I don't know if my computer can handle it, because GTA 4 A has always had a shitty PC port. B, it's such a huge file. Like, I bought it on PlayStation Store when my disc crapped out, and it took forever to download. So yeah, but I want to look into Steam for sure, because I've always wanted to play GTA 4 on PC so I can mod it and buy new clothes for Nico. So yeah, I think we're gonna wrap up. But I wanted to play something for you guys that, like, I'm offended by it that she said this, but like at the same time, I just like laugh. Not laugh because it's funny, but laugh at how but I laugh at how dumb and weird she is. Here. So, can you guys hear that? Let me know if you can hear that. I know I can't switch screens, but oh, I can't hear that. Oh no, you can't hear it. Okay, so I'll just talk about it then. But it's the clip. You can actually find it on Miss Anon Mafioso's Twitter. It's from November 17th, and it's the clip where she's kind of talking about how we don't need special needs proms. Okay. I went to normal prom, like junior and senior year. I went to normal prom. I had a date. He wasn't really my boyfriend, but like we went together to prom because he was in the class. Not I was mainstream, but he was in like a special needs class, and he took me and stuff. And so I went to normal prom, and okay, so the thing I'm iffy about, like, how do I say this? Like, sometimes when a special needs person wins homecoming king or prom king or queen or whatever, sometimes it doesn't feel genuine. I'm not saying it's most of the time it is. 99% of the time it is, but sometimes it doesn't really feel genuine. But here's the thing, KJ. That's what special needs proms are for. So we can feel accepted and have a night. Because a lot of these kids, they don't get to go outside. Like, if what you say about your son is true, he doesn't get to go outside and see the real world. Like, that's what these proms are for. To have, like, you know that One Direction song, Night Changes? I love that song. That's what. Yes, be around people that are like you and understand you. Thank you, Mrs. Cassandra. You guys are my voice because I can't think. That's the point. To have one night where it's like one night where just to forget about who you are and just have a nice night and dance and maybe find romance. I don't know. And yeah, and then she says, I want to see, hold on. I'm going to try something.